Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and I'm tired. Uh, I feel like I didn't get much sleep last night, and yet I did. Don't know what's going on with that. I think it happens every time I know I have to do something in the morning for work, not work, or like I have an appointment or something. And I always never get enough sleep. Sorry, I'm opening up something. Anyway, so yeah, I am tired. Anyway, this is gonna be my review for ReZero episode 4. And we get to see what Subaru is up to now. He's now staying with Amelia, and I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's her house. No, it's not her house, it's the Lord's house, and I don't know how she's related to him. Somebody could let me know, that'd be great. Hang on, I'm sticking this garbage in there so I don't get ants. If you're wondering what I'm doing, protein shake. Anyway, Subaru wakes up and goes to explore. When he starts walking, he sees a painting on the wall. Okay. He walks for a bit, and looks at the wall and sees that same painting. So he just walked in a loop for some strange reason. And he ends up picking a room that leads to a library where a girl is sitting, and she looks like a lolly. And Subaru does keep calling her a lolly in this episode, and she has no clue what the heck he's talking about, and he doesn't even explain what a lolly is to her. Which is a boy or girl that looks a lot younger than they actually are. Essentially like Honey from Oron. He's a lolly. And he kind of ticks her off with the way he acts. And yeah, even I'm like, dude, knock it off. The way you're acting is not good. And she drains the mana from him. I don't know if that kills him or what, but he ends up in the same... I assume that knocks him out for a good day or something. Either that or that kills him, I don't know. And then he wakes up, and we get to see Rem and her sister. I don't remember what her sister's name is, but I'm assuming they can understand the look on his face when he sees them, because they obviously understand that he's probably thinking perverted thoughts, and they essentially go on, they get a little snippy with them, and I don't blame them. Amelia comes in, and they report to her what just happened with that, and Amelia doesn't really listen, but shoot, I just watched the episode yesterday. Anyway, they end up going to get some food, and they end up waiting for the Lord to show up, the Lord of the house, the mansion, whatever. And at first, some guy walks in. He looks like a clown. I'm serious. He does kind of look like the clown with the makeup and everything. And Subaru obviously thinks the same way. And it turns out that's the Lord of the house. And I'm like, ooh, you better hope he doesn't have a sense of humor with that. And, like I said, the way Subaru is talking, talking about how there are tropes in this world and everything, and I'm like, you're gonna confuse them, and you're gonna possibly tick them off, because they'd probably think you're insulting them, or something, or threatening them, or something like that. Sooner or later, that's gonna happen. And, yeah. Turns out there's no king. I didn't quite hear the specifics of what happened, but I think it's that the king and his family disappeared or something. If somebody can let me know what happened with that, let me know. But essentially, there's no king, and they're trying to find a new candidate for the throne. Turns out that insignia that Subaru was trying so hard to get back in the past few episodes, that's what Amelia has to have in order to be able to show that she's a qualifying candidate for the throne. So yeah, it was imperative that she get it back, and it also makes sense as to why people are willing to pay so much money to get it. Because it essentially, if you have it, it shows, hey, I'm gonna have a chance at the throne, whether they're qualified or not. So they offer him a chance to have anything. Oh, before this happened, Subaru ends up meeting Paku again. I think that's what his name was. And just he acts like Paku's a cat. And he kinda does look like one. And starts petting him, and I would kind of react the same dang way because Paku looks so fluffy, and I would just want to pet him. I really would. And the girl from before, the lolly girl, she reacts the exact same way to Paku. So, yeah. She has a bit of an obsession with him. And like I said, I don't blame them. He's adorable. And while this is going on, she's just feeding him. And anyway, as thanks for getting the insignia back and everything, and saving her life, they tell him he can ask them anything. He want anything he wants. And at first I thought, oh dear, that might not go well, considering the way he was doing this. You would think of something perverted or something, but no. All he asked for was to be hired there to work. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, they start showing him around the mansion and what they have to do for their work. He can't really do a whole lot of that stuff very well. But then again, I don't know if he was able to do that stuff before, back in his old life. But apparently he can sew. And, obviously when you're not good at something, you're gonna mess up, and he kind of, injured his fingers a little bit a few times using the knife to peel the potatoes. And, he ends up talking to Amelia later on, and we actually find out the lord of the house is kind of, I guess you could say, using Rem's sister to spy on Subaru to see if he's a spy, because considering he came from a foreign land and sought out Amelia, of all people, yeah, kind of does look a little suspicious. And he essentially tells her that, yes, he could have asked for anything, but he wanted to be able to have a way to be able to support himself while he's in this world, because at this moment he had no job, no money, no way of getting himself food. If he was out on his own. And they essentially just have a heart-to-heart where they could just, get to know each other. And he goes to bed thinking, oh, I'll be able to go and spend time with Amelia after we get done with her stuff today. And he wakes up the next morning, and it's odd that Rem and her sister are calling him a guest again, since he works there. And he noticed the wounds on his hands are gone. He went back again, which makes me wonder what happened. Did he die again? If so, how? Was there another factor that caused it? Because apparently loop by death is apparently not the only way he can loop like that. And if so, what's going on? Guess we'll find out in the next episode. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.